This very overgrown region here is my first attempt at deep, no dig. And the main issue, I think, and I believe that I've said on other videos, is that this all was mulched nice and deeply, according to the no-dig method, but the compost that was being put on here was never heated enough to kill the weed seeds, so it was just all full of these plants that I don't want growing in the bed particularly. And here there was you can maybe discern some potatoes. There are some potatoes in there, and then there was a section of spinach, and of course that's all very much overgrown now. And my plan is to pull what potatoes are there. There's a squash started here, and I'm gonna pull that and pot it just to preserve it for a little bit, and I'm going to cardboard this section and start anew. That's one plan I'm contemplating. Another is to make this the compost area, because it is, as you can see, it's surrounded by trees, so even though it is close to the house, it's not as visible because of the Japanese maple and the sambuca and so on that kind of screen it. So this might be a good area for a much larger compost heap. So instead of making a windrow that's just the width of a bed, making something that's more of a pyramid, and unhappily that will mean relocating some of these plants, like this horseradish that's at the end there, the wandering horseradish, that I'm trying to save all these things and put them in a good location, and there just doesn't seem to ever be a good location. So it probably gets to move again. And there's also this sort of little island up there. That's what's left, basically what's left of the blue lobelia on this property that has been, hunted to death by certain people who don't like blue lobelia. And there's also a fair amount of this, and I should know its technical name by now, but beefsteak plant that is used by certain Asian cultures as not so much as a podder, but really as a flavoring agent. And I haven't experimented with that. There's a method that you batter dip it and deep fry it, and I haven't tried it yet. And we have a lot of that, but again, this is kind of the last preserve of that. It's been, I think it was an introduced plant by some tenant or maybe an earlier owner of the property, and this is where it has survived.